film throws us right into the action with a young couple driving. They pull over at a gas station, fuel up the car. You get the sense they're in for a long journey. But as soon as they get back on the road, another car starts following them, hanging back just enough to feel like surveillance. The man driving, the husband, notices it right away. He's tense. Then, things escalate fast. Another car suddenly speeds in front of them and cuts them off. If the couple hadn't swerved, they would have crashed head-on, a fatal accident. He yanks the wheel, and the car spins off the road and flips completely over. They are both badly wounded. The driver of the car that cut them off gets out. Nobody knows his motive, but then he does something terrifying. He drags the injured woman out and takes her away. He brings her all the way up to this remote, Frosty Hill station, to a little cabin nestled in the mountains. He ties her up and begins to torture her. In the next horrifying scene, we see this man's face as he's actually eating her flesh. It's clear this man is unstable. He's a cannibal, and a very particular one at that. He only eats women. This cannibal's name is Carlos. The story then shifts to his everyday life. He lives what seems like a normal, stable existence as a tailor. But when the urge hits, he turns brutal. He kills, he slices, he carefully cooks and spices the flesh, and he keeps the portions preserved in his freezer. One day, it's raining where Carlos lives. He's about to lock up his apartment building when a new girl arrives, moving in. She's shifting to an upstairs unit, and Carlos, surprisingly, helps her with her luggage. And here's where the mystery really begins. Carlos starts to fall for her, but the terrifying question hangs in the air. Is this the kind of liking, or he just wants to kill her and eat her, like all the others? As time passes, Carlos keeps watching her. She, in turn, starts to feel an attraction to him. But we, the audience, know Carlos's secret thoughts. He's planning to dismember her and eat her. However, he hesitates. She lives in his building. Her disappearance would make him the primary suspect. So, he keeps working quietly in his room, the tailor, while he constantly watches her. Then, one day, she's excited. She comes straight to Carlos, hands him a stack of papers, and says, "These are the flyers for my salon. Can you please help me advertise? Stick them up around the neighborhood so I can get customers." Carlos is reluctant at first, but he agrees. It's a way to build a rapport with her. He sticks up the pamphlets, all the while thinking about how he will eventually slice her up. He hadn't even finished his preserved meal yet, but his appetite for women's flesh was always there. Later, while he's working one night, he hears screams coming from her apartment. He tries to ignore it. It's not his business. But soon after, the girl shows up frantically knocking at his door. Carlos reluctantly opens it. "I need to call the police," she blurts out. "Why? What happened?" he asks. "I just need help from the police." Carlos refuses flat out. "I'm sorry, I can't. I hate the police." He's terrified that if the police show up, they might accidentally open his freezer and expose his gruesome secret. The girl then says, "Oh, so you don't offer a guest a glass of water?" She asks for a glass of water. When Carlos goes to the kitchen, she follows him and opens the refrigerator herself. She sees a huge amount of meat, packed and preserved. It doesn't look obviously human, but she is shocked by the sheer quantity. How much meat does this man eat? She wonders. Carlos is furious at her invasion of his privacy. "Get out!" he yells. Surprised, she agrees. "Okay, I'll leave, but I came here for help. You heard the screaming from my apartment? I was being mistreated. I just needed you as a witness. I won't come again." As she turns to go, Carlos calls out, "Wait, stop, listen, we need to call the police. Why don't we just go to the police station together?" "That's a great idea," she says. They leave together, but the scene cuts. We don't see the police station. We don't know where they went. Did Carlos kill her? The story picks up later. Carlos is extremely frustrated. Then there's a knock. It's the girl's sister. She's been asking everyone in the building about her missing sister. Carlos plays it cool. "No, I haven't seen her," he says. Then he offers, "Come in, sit down." Once inside, he starts interrogating her. "What was your sister's job? Where are you from?" He's trying to gather information so the police won't suspect him when the girl is reported missing, even though he is the reason she's gone. The sister explains that they're not from this country and that she had been to her sister's apartment the night she went missing. "We had a huge argument," she confesses. "We were yelling and screaming. She must have gotten upset and left." We learn here that the screaming Carlos heard was actually a quarrel between the two sisters. As the sister gets ready to leave, Carlos stops her. "Wait, I have a friend in the police department. I'll call him for help." He makes a hoax call, pretending to tell his friend that the girl has been abducted and that they need to search for her. This small act consoles the sister, and she stops her immediate search. This is exactly what Carlos wanted. After the sister leaves, Carlos sees a man visit the missing girl's apartment. He knocks, gets no answer, and leaves. Meanwhile, Carlos receives a big order from the church to prepare a costly cloth sheet, and he's busy working on that. He tells the sister, who is now staying nearby, to let him know if she needs anything. She trusts him, believing he's a good man. But the next morning, she's back. "Many days have passed, Carlos. My sister is lost, and we can't just sit here. I have to call the police." Carlos tries to reassure her, saying his friend will approach them soon. She doesn't agree. So, they go to the police station together and file a missing person report. But how can the police search for her? She is in Carlos's stomach. It's now painfully clear Carlos had sliced her up and eaten her. He is utterly untrustworthy. On the way back, the sister tells him, "We were supposed to send all the money my sister earned back to our parents. That was the reason for our fight. She didn't want to send it. Now she's gone, and the money is missing." Carlos tells her not to worry. "Take whatever money you need from me." She asks, "Why are you being so kind-hearted? What do you gain?" "I am generous," he replies. "Don't be upset. I will help you until you no longer need it." The next day, the building owner comes to the missing girl's apartment, demanding the rent from the sister. Carlos intervenes, rebuking the owner. "Can't you see what condition she's in right now? Go away." He then helps the sister by giving her money for the rent. Later, the sister comes to his house and says, "Carlos, I feel awkward that you're helping me so much, and I'm doing nothing for you in return. Please come to dinner tonight. You cook for yourself every day. Let me cook for you." Carlos refuses. "No, I like spending time at my own house." "Are you friendless?" she asks. "Are you always alone?" "Yeah, always," he admits. "It's easier that way." She insists. "Don't embarrass me. You've helped so much. I have a salon. I'm a skilled masseuse. Just come by. I'll give you a perfect massage." Carlos goes, but he returns soon after. His appetite is raging, and his preserved meat is running low. He's already started eyeing another target, a girl he often saw with her husband. One day, he sees the couple on the seashore, parked nearby for a swim. Carlos follows them. He gets into their parked car and starts reversing it toward the water. The husband thinks someone is stealing the car and runs toward it. It's a fatal mistake. Carlos deliberately crashes the car into the man, killing him instantly. The wife witnesses the whole thing and starts screaming. Carlos gets out and moves toward her, but she's terrified, crying and panicking. She stays in the water and Carlos doesn't follow. Tragically, she drowns in the sea. Carlos is aggressive with himself. He finally finds a meal and he loses her to the water. When he gets back home, the sister is waiting for him. "Carlos, I got a call from the police station. They found a dead body. They say she's the same age as my sister. Come with me immediately. I have to see." Carlos goes with her, even though he knows the body can't be her sister because he ate her. They go to the station. When the face of the dead body is revealed, it's the girl who drowned in the sea just last night because of Carlos. A few days later, Carlos sees that the sister's apartment door is damaged. Someone tried to force it open. He goes inside. The girl is weeping hysterically. "What happened?" he asks. She tells him, "It was my sister's male friend." He used to take money from her, and now he's come to ask money from me. When I didn't give him the money, he accused me. "You killed your sister for the money." He says he'll complain to the police. "Tell me, Carlos, could I do that?" "Absolutely not," Carlos assures her. "I know you've been searching for your sister devotedly. Come to my house. You need some rest." He starts to take care of her. One day, he says, "I have a cabin in the Frosty Mountains. It's a lovely place. Come, I'll take you for a holiday, for some recreation." He takes her to the cabin. They spend the whole day enjoying themselves. But when they return to the cabin as night falls, Carlos pours a drug into her drink and she passes out. He is ready to dismember her, but he can't bring himself to do it. The dawn breaks. She wakes up, confused. She asks Carlos what happened, why she passed out, and then Carlos tells her the whole truth. His thoughts had changed. He no longer wanted to kill any girl. "The killer of your sister is me," he confesses. "I'm a cannibal. I had no control over myself, and I ate your sister's flesh. I brought you here for the same reason, but I don't know what happened last night. I was going to eat you, but I couldn't. I think I've started to like you. You've changed me." The girl is panicked. "No, Carlos, you're lying to me." "Tell me you're kidding." "No," he says, "I'm not." She screams, "I want to leave this place. Get the car and take me away." Carlos obeys instantly. He has real feelings for her now. He wants to carry out her every order. He gets the car, and they start driving back. But as they drive, a new wave of wrath and grief washes over her, fueled by the death of her sister. She suddenly turns the steering wheel violently. The car flips upside down, crashing, and she is killed. Carlos climbs out of the wrecked car, sits beside her dead body, and starts weeping uncontrollably. It was true. He had started to genuinely like her. His heart had finally begun to develop affections, showing that he had changed significantly. Her death, caused by his own actions, was his punishment, and that is where the movie ends.